Afternoon everyone, thank you so much for having me. My name is Helena and I'm the founder of TrueStart Coffee, which is a Wild for Life young Bristol brand that is proving that you can take the path less travelled and build a brand that makes people feel wild for life without compromising on ethics. TrueStart's vibrant drinks are the only flavoured cold brew coffees in the world that have no sugar, no calories and nothing artificial. They're vegan and Rainforest Alliance certified, and the coffee comes from where I used to live. Oh, my double mic. The coffee comes from where I used to live in South America. My husband Simon, who's also my co-founder, by the way, I forget which one's that sometimes, and we had the idea for our cold brew coffee a couple of years ago now, when we went from being possibly the heaviest drinkers in our group of friends to being completely teetotal overnight. Simon and I are all or nothing people, and the stresses of startup life, TrueStart existed already at this point, but our hot coffee range only, essentially meant that we were drinking probably more than we should. And actually tomorrow marks our 2-year anniversary of going sober, and we haven't looked back. We didn't stop socialising when we stopped drinking alcohol, and whilst I love ginger beer as much as the next guy, there really is only so much you can drink. And the same goes for all the standard soft drinks that you find in bars. And it really hit home for us that summer when we were all about favourite music festivals near Berlin. And the choices were Red Bull or Red Bull. And no offence to Red Bull, but what we found ourselves doing was pouring instant coffee granules into bottles of water. And we just thought, surely there's a better way, surely there's a nicer way. And that summer was when Simon and I discovered cold brew coffee. And if you haven't had cold brew before, it's totally different to iced coffee, which is hot coffee turned cold, usually with milk or sugar added, to make what's essentially a coffee milkshake, and we're all quite familiar with that. But cold brew is made differently, infusing fresh ground coffee with cold water overnight, with no heat or pressure, which makes a super light, super refreshing drink that is almost the texture of beer. It's naturally a lot smoother and less acidic than regular coffee, so you don't actually need milk and sugar for it to be delicious and amazing. And that also makes it inherently healthier and also very easy to drink. And we loved it, we just absolutely loved it. And in the US, cold brew is very much an established subcategory. You can walk into any forecourt and you'll see quite a number of cold brew brands. And in the UK, it's very much an emerging, it's in its infancy. But the market data shows a trend that is following in the US's footsteps. We've always said we're building the Red Bull of coffee, which gives you an idea of the scale of our ambition. And we saw a real opportunity here to produce a drink that could sit alongside Red Bull on shelf. Ready-to-drink coffee is driving growth both in the coffee category and in the soft drinks category. And this Kantar gap analysis is really interesting because it takes the beverage category coverage and puts it against the consumer needs state requirement. And as you can see, the sort of orange bubble in the middle, coffee is pretty well covered within like feed the craving and fresh and real. And those are the iced coffees that I was referring to a minute ago. But there's a really clear and significant unmet need for sustainable, healthy, lighter on-the-go coffee option, in case you can't see the gap. There it is. And there's plenty of room for it to stretch alongside iced tea. And it's similar to the juices versus smoothies sort of subcategory proliferation that you can see at the top there that we all know quite well. So Simon and I started thinking about how we could help cold brew break out of the underground, where it's been sort of residing as a bit of a hipster tipple here in the UK for a number of years. And Brits do want the experience of trying something new, and even something healthy, but not at the expense of taste or their pockets. And we knew the competitive price point was crucial. We needed to be able to compete against the big boys or remain niche. But we decided that the way forward was epic flavour combinations that are familiar enough for you to know you're going to love them, but also edgy enough to get you excited there and then. Our range launched last summer, just 5 weeks after our baby boy was born, in glass bottles initially, and alongside a super vibrant rebrand. The success quickly meant that we were able to invest in producing cans, which launched 10 weeks ago. We went for vanilla coconut, chili chocolate, and original black. You need the staple for the hardcore coffee fanatics as well. We're really proud that TrueStart is already on sale in so many forward-thinking retailers and on-trade premises. Our distribution focus is availability where the consumer is in a browsing and/or experience mindset. So that includes premium grocery, health, food and convenience stores, as well as bars, cafes, delis, hotels, restaurants, forecourts and offices. Okay, so the latter two, I guess, are more escapism than browsing, but it is the same principle. The on-trade is a really exciting sector for TrueStart. Our core demographic is drinking far less than the generations before them. We've talked about a lot today. And if they are drinking, there's a massive preference for higher quality and lower quantity. And unlike when I was at university, students these days will go out for a couple of nice long drinks and they'll actually stop there instead of hitting the cheap shots. And TrueStart is positioned as a vibrant adult soft drink and also a craft mixer. And thanks in no small part to the shift in mindset set in motion by Fevertree, 36% of all spirits are now ordered with premium mixer. So that means premium is branded and with provenance in this case. I'm really, really excited to share that Bacardi TrueStart have collaborated with Bacardi Global Brands to create 3 easy long serves with Patron Tequila and Grey Goose Vodka. These drinks are completely unique experiences that any decent bar or cafe can use to easily premiumise their menu. You'll be able to find a bespoke version on the menu at all Revolution Tequila bars from next month with other really exciting partnership announcements coming soon, coming later in the year. So who's drinking cold brew coffee? Millennials and Gen Z, so 20 and 30 somethings, are driving coffee consumption. They don't drink coffee in the same way that baby boomers do. So my parents' generation will happily drink several cups of instant coffee in a day. But for this younger demographic, Mintel, Kantar, and the Allegra World Coffee Portal have all confirmed that cold brew coffee is on track to become the next staple year-round soft drink. And it's no wonder that cold brew is growing so fast at a time when 81% of consumers are worried about sugar content in drinks. And whilst taste and price still absolutely top the list as the most important consumer considerations, it's really clear that we need to put more sugar-free drinks on the shelves that don't contain scary artificial sweeteners that skew our palates and don't actually satisfy our sugar cravings anyway. And they need to be bursting with natural flavour and at a competitive price point. My brother has a major addiction to a soft drink that has a massive 24.5 grams of sugar per innocent-looking 500ml bottle, which is actually deemed quite low percentage-wise, right? But he drinks several of them a day. It's a genuine addiction and one that could kill him if something doesn't change. We were never allowed sugary drinks at home as kids, and it didn't stop my brother. Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. And I'm constantly frustrated by the lack of healthier options available in most mainstream cases. We need to recognise the duty of care at play here. Many Gen Zers are actually being introduced to coffee via a cold, ready-to-drink format, which is interesting. It's no big surprise that Starbucks expect cold coffee beverages to make up half of their beverage revenue within the next 3 years, which is a massive statement. The older generations don't really view cold coffee as proper coffee, but this is a really critical difference in opinion between them and their children. We see the coffee industry as saturated at one end with monolithic brands that we're all quite familiar with, whether it's in the instant coffee fixture or on the high street. And at the other end, several smaller, more hipster brands that are fairly similar to one another, and usually talking about who has the better coffee. And the reality is that all of them have fantastic coffee, but the consumer wants more. We want TrueStart to be the #1 coffee brand for our generation. And aside from the product criteria, millennials and Gen Z want to buy from brands that they resonate with, brands that are full of personality, vibrant, with strong ethical credentials that match their own. We're really proud of who TrueStart is, where we're going, and how we're getting there. We've got a big, hairy, audacious goal to achieve 100 million TrueStart sales in the next 10 years, which I know pales in significance to some of the big boys, but we're a massive milestone for us. And we want to prove that you can build a huge global brand that has a positive impact on people and the planet. So our approach is really simple. We don't judge TrueStart's success simply by our bottom line. We look at our impact on people and the planet in every single aspect of our business, from our cafe in Bristol to our staff, to our suppliers who have representation on our board, for example. We're on the path to becoming a B corporation, which means reporting a triple bottom line that includes people and the planet as well as profit. It's not an easy process, and nor should it be. I firmly believe that corporate accountability and truly sustainable business practices are the future, because without them, we won't have a planet left to enjoy, and I feel a personal responsibility to be part of that change rather than adding to the problem and hoping that somebody else reverses the damage. It makes me genuinely warm inside when I clearly see real change for the better. We've partnered with an amazing charity called Cycle of Good, who sent our used Hessian coffee sacks, which are gorgeous, out with used bike tyres to a team of very happy, talented, well looked after female tailors in Malawi, in one of the world's poorest communities. They make stunning bags with this waste material, which are then brought back and sold on here in the UK, and these women now have a stable income for their entire community as a result. And they even have holiday pay and pensions, which is like completely unheard of in Malawi. Recently, and at an increased cost to them, one of our event partners, the Long Course Weekend in Wales, switched out thousands of marathon bags which were previously made in China cheaply and destructively for these fairly traded bags of goods, and together we're really walking the walk, which just feels great. We're so proud that TrueStart has won several high-profile awards for our brand. And TrueStart isn't just about vibrant, flavoured cold brew coffee. It's a mindset that represents Simon and I's whole attitude to life. We're about diving into every single day. We're about making people feel wild for life, so that they have the energy to do the unexpected, jump into extraordinary, and make a splash.